Wow.
And I am very much larger than my wife, so steamrollers are not great, but I do steamrollers from time to time.
See, when I said I did that with my sister, we were like 8 and 11.
I have the mentality of an 8-year-old. That is fine with me.
I'm just letting that sit there. That's all I'm saying.
So it's great. He's like, steamroller, get off me, eh? So Claude and Rosie, they he's about to kill him.
Yes.
Rosie's all still drowsy from like almost drowning.
Yeah.
So he has this ginormous fucking hypodermic needle. It's full of this like brown liquid. Mm-hmm. And he's about to inject Rosie.
And then the guy behind him flatlines.
So he freaks out. He's starting to freak out. Nurse comes in.
Goes,
doctor.
And he, instead of trying something else,
because he knows full well what's in that needle.
Yeah. He just goes, fuck it, and then injects it into this guy, and the guy, of course, immediately dies in a very comical way. And she just goes...
Again, another...
Yeah. She goes, doctor, what was in that needle? Oh, it's a hypodermic needle.
Here you go.
And hands it to her.
Runs away.
And she just goes, hey,
you're not a doctor. Like, what was your first clue?
Yeah. The fact that he actually had one of those reflective things that don't exist anymore.
So, we get Ted, Bob, and Doug. Mm-hmm. He's about to do a lie detector test. He leaves them in a shock therapy room, which does not end well because...
That's the thing. That was the first thing. Okay, so first of all, as they're being led into there, they see Pam, like, lying on a bed.
And who's scheduled for a lobotomy.
She's scheduled for a lobotomy that Brewmeister Smith is going to perform.
Yep.
And then, again, Ted's genius plan is to leave them in the shock therapy room. What did you think was going to happen?
Plus
then they start shocking each other.
Yeah. Well, Doug gets a turn. Bob never gets a turn. He's really upset about that.
Yeah, he's like, because they were going to turn it up to 9, which would have killed him.
So Rosie escapes. Mm-hmm. So does Henry. Henry also escapes. Mm-hmm. And they're all leaving, and the toll booth guy, he's mad because it's 6:50.
Yeah, it's 6:50. Like
Claude gives him the stethoscope and is like,
these are got to be worth $6.50. And then, I guess because he's like, just preemptively like, this guy's not going to pay, I know. So he runs up to Rosie, who was not even at the booth yet, and just goes, $6.50. And Rosie, in the greatest delivery ever, just goes, all I got's 2 5s.
Yeah, he does it in a weird voice, like, I got 2 5s, and then he leaves. Mm. Henry steals a cop car.
Yeah, because...
And it's those sweet 80s.
Yes,
yellow
really
cop cars. Yeah. We used to have.
We used to have yellow cop cars.
So all of them get to the brewery at different times. What happens here? The inspector goes. The inspector goes to Bob and Doug's house, and Hosehead's on the roof, and like Batman.
So Hosehead's on the roof, and he looks up and goes, "The hell is that?" And then the dog rolls back up the roof,
like his shadow, like it's Batman. He just
I don't even know what just happened.
But he drops the disc, and the inspector goes, "Okay, well, we put that.
We've got the disc."
Rosie finds Bob and Doug. Mm-hmm. Fucking hip checks Ted.
Yeah.
Because he's a hockey player. Mm-hmm. They break Pam out.
Mm-hmm. And this is one of my favorite lines of the whole movie, where there's a brief bit of, the fuck are we doing here? Because he just goes, quickly, underground, there's a tunnel to the brewery. And fucking Doug just sort of breaks character. Like, Dave Thomas stepped out and he just went, oh, an underground tunnel to the brewery. How convenient, eh? It's like, okay, that was the best line in the whole movie.
So the inmates break out. They're going crazy. Claude and Smith have to, like, find all of these people and kill them now. Mm-hmm. They split up, but it's not Bob and Doug, Pam and Rosie. Mm-hmm. It's Bob and Pam and Doug and Rosie.
Yeah, so they split up Bob and Doug, and they're just like, okay, and then they stop.
There's, like, this, like, beautiful, sad music playing.
So, I'll see you later. Yeah. Good day.
Good day.
Yeah. And then they separate, and, Doug runs quickly up to Rosie. He was like, glad we got rid of them. They were bugging me, eh? Very uncomfortable with the whole thing. And we just cut to Bob, who's done.
I've never
been separated from my brother their entire lives.
So they find themselves in a tank, because Brewmeister Smith put them there off camera.
Because reasons.
Did he even brandish a weapon?
No.
Because he's like, I got you now, get in the tank. Like, okay.
Like, all right, I guess we will. Oh, no, he might have had a gun. Yeah. He might have had a gun.
So he gets him into the tank. It starts filling with beer.
Yeah. And Doug has Bob has another great line where he's just like, where they're sitting in there and it's filling up, and he's just like, my brother and I used to say that drowning in a big keg of beer would be heaven. But he's not here and I got 2 soakers. This isn't heaven, this sucks.
It's great. Did it get warm in here? Oh, I didn't notice anything.
I didn't notice anything. Like looking around, like clearly he just pissed it. Which it doesn't help for later on.
So the crazies attack Claude, and this is where, because he literally goes, coo, 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 and that signals them.
That gets them to start fighting.
No, gets them into formation with their hockey sticks.
Yeah.
And they, back up Claude onto the rolly thing, and then he goes into a machine and gets all taped up and, packaged for the police.
Which is weird, because it's a bunch of other beer cases. Like, there's some Molson and all that stuff. But... my guess is they're recycling old beer cases and putting the Elsinore logo on it. That's the only thing I can think.
And Rosie has a quick fight with Smith. He's got a hockey stick. Smith literally grabs a pipe with his bare hands and rips it out.
I believe that.
And they have a sword fight.
Yes.
And Brewmeister Smith gets killed.
Yeah.
He gets pushed up against his little map, and I'm presuming that John is the one, because it starts to light up through him.
And it just randomly,
and it electrocutes him to death.
I guess that's what happens.
And then Claude gets arrested. Bob drinks all the beer.
Yeah, so basically they go in and like, oh my god, he's dead. And he goes, and then Rosie just goes, okay, I'm going to open this, it's going to explode. And he opens it, and nothing happens. He goes, what the hell? Well, and then
to find them in the tank, Henry and Pam see John's ghost. In the cafeteria.
Right.
And he points, it is just like, Oktoberfest, bad beer.
Yeah.
Cool effects,
effects, eh?
And then they show the tank.
Yeah.
Sorry, John, Henry, yeah. They get him out of the tank.
Yeah, and
she pops out and goes, I can't believe it. He drank
all of it.
She crawls out. They look in, and he's just like Mr. Crusoe from Monty Python's Meaning of Life. He's just this giant. He's in this giant balloon body.
Yeah,
and tiny little Rick Moranis head. Bob McKenzie just like, hey, get me out of
here. I really have to pee, eh? And
they're like, how are we gonna
get him out of here? And then all of a sudden he's like, wait, I gotta burp, eh? And then he burps and the fucking
because they're talking
side
about
of it
torches
comes out.
or explosions, and this is where
Doug
breaks.
No,
he's my brother. No, I need him. He's all I got.
He finally fucking lets him know that he gives a shit.
And then just a big belch busts it open.
And then he's open, and then how does it happen? The fucking roof?
Yeah. The roof of the Institute gets it's John.
Is it
the
John
ghost
just
of John Elsinore just hits a lightning bolt
onto the roof.
And they go, the RCMI is on fire.
Yeah.
How are we going to put it out? I got an idea. Get me out of here, eh?
Well, no, he doesn't say it. It's Doug who says it. He goes, wait, I got an idea. Can you hold it? Yeah, but I really got to go, eh? And then Doug goes to fucking pull it. This is the weirdest fucking sentence of the whole thing, where he goes to push him, and he's just like, he starts pushing like around his crotch. He just goes, how's that? He goes, not there. And then he moves. How about this? He goes, ooh, that feels kind of good. Like, all right, that's fucked up.
These are like the little improv moments.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, that feels good. So dumb.
Yeah.
So he pisses the fire out.
Yep.
And the fire department offer him a job on the spot. It took you 2 minutes when it took 2 hours. You ever want a job at the fire department, you got it.
You got a room for my brother? And then he laughs and pats him on the back and like, that's a no.
So they're like, okay, we got to get to Oktoberfest because the bad beer, two trucks of the bad beer left, eh?
Yeah, we gotta figure out a way to stop it. And
so
then
they have an idea.
They get an idea.
We gotta go home
first, eh? So they drive home, and then
Bob is messing with the cops. Okay, police, get out of the car.
Get out of your car, eh? And we're gonna get a head count. Maybe have some breakfast. Get some back bacon sandwiches, and then he goes, "Oh, my brother's here. All cops come to the front, eh?" And he hands them back.
Also tries to get out of parking. We got a lot of parking tickets, so maybe if you can...
You guys ran a bunch of red lights on the way here, and, we got a lot of parking tickets, so I just want to make sure everything's okay.
So they get Hosehead, show him a map, and he's off.
Well, because one of the best things he does is clearly this was the improv part. He's showing him where he's like,
and the dog's not looking.
You take the 401, and the dog's not looking, and Doug at one point pulls the dog's head back and goes, no, look. Which... is genius. And then he goes, okay, now go. And then he lets the dog go. And the dog does this. He runs away and then jumps into the air and starts flying. And you think, well, that's the weirdest thing I'm ever going to see. No, it's not. A cape spontaneously appears out of his back.
Also, was Superman an MGM movie?
Might have been.
Because how did they?
That's not the song.
It's a
sound-alike, which is legal.
Okay.
It's different enough to not get sued.
Okay, fair enough. But I do like, he's flying, clearly green screen, obviously.
Yes.
Dog doesn't realize what's going on because it's clearly being held up.
Yeah, and looking around,
the cape
doesn't give a shit.
falls off.
Yeah, he looks back.
Which I'm sure wasn't supposed to happen.
No.
The dog looks back.
Like, what the hell? Okay. And just keeps going.
So, Oktoberfest is going on. The beer was free. They ended I guess the...
Elsner donated it as a way to, of course,
I forget what the name of the Grand Marshal. I think it's Grand Marshal of Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I don't remember.
He's like, all the beer is free. Courtesy of our friends
at Elsinore Beer.
And then fucking Horsehead flies in.
They think he's a skunk because he's a black dog with a couple white stripes behind him. That's not a skunk, but okay.
It would have took it 2 seconds to go, no, it's a dog.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the dog. Look
at the dog.
But no.
Hey,
skunk.
or more accurately, oh, look, it's a dog. Did that fucking thing just fly here? Guys, what is in this fucking beer? I just saw a flying dog. What in the flying fuck?
So they all run. Cops show up. Mm-hmm. Peel Region is there. It's just like, watch out, there's a skunk in there.
And it's a Toronto skunk. It's our jurisdiction.
Like, that's great.
Fuck. That's hilarious.
That's a joke for just the people in Ontario.
Yeah, pretty much.
He goes in, Horsehead's fucking drinking all the beer and eating all the sausages. Day is saved. Rosie's with Pam. Let's go, dear. And then they leave. And then Bob grabs it. Let's go, dear.
And they drive, and then of course they have the genius idea, and they're just like, "So, what
exactly
what's gonna
wrong
happen
with this beer?
With this beer? Is it gonna? Well, it might be like me, where it'll just wear off in a little while.
Yeah, like, is it poison? Will it kill you? It's like, no, you'll just feel weird for a bit, and then it'll wear off.
And then Bob, in his usual, like, I'm trying to get away with something look, is like, well, I mean, being employees of the brewery, maybe we should be responsible for disposing of the tainted beer, yeah?
It's a 10-speed. Can you handle that? It's 5 times 2. I can handle it.
Well, he doesn't say that to her. No, it's he just goes, oh, yeah, we drive them all the time, eh? And she goes, well, then take off, eh? In the one, you have to do it.
Yeah.
And then they run over, and Bob's just like, you don't know how to drive a 10-speed. And Doug's like, come here. He's like, no, you're going to just come here. All right. And he does, and of course he grabs him. He goes like, I knew it. You don't know how to drive this thing. He goes, no, don't worry. It's a 10-speed. It's just 5-speed times 2. It's no problem. And
they take the beer.
Yeah.
Credits are rolling, and as the credits are rolling, it's literally just them improvising. As Bob and Doug
they basically do another Great White North segment, and then they just sort of like do just simple
talking
things
about the
like,
credits. Yeah, and just like, just what's a gaffer, eh? Oh, he gaffs.
Yeah, it's like just a lot of people in the movie like this guy, and they follow it up with their finger. Like
he was crazy. Yeah. He ate all the food.
He ate all the food, eh? And it's like, hope you got your $5 worth, eh?
And they're just like, okay, that's it. That's the movie. Take off.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the film.
That's the fucking movie.
This is such a strange movie.
Yeah.
Because again, it starts off as a regular film, and there's spouts when it's just like, a regular film.
Yeah.
But then you'll get a ghost.
You've got ghosts. You've got a flying dog.
You've got a flying
dog. You've got
dog.
mind control beer.
You got a guy who drinks a whole tank full of beer and becomes 20 feet tall,
and
balloon man.
Pisses out fire.
Pisses the fire out.
You've got a guy who simultaneously runs a brewery and an insane asylum.
You get a lawyer who kung fu fights the press.
Yeah. I mean, this is a fucking weird-ass fucking movie.
And is endeared all this time.
It's absolutely genius.
It's a 10 out of 10. 10 beauties out of 10, eh?
Yeah, it's 10 back bacon sandwiches out of 10, eh?
As far as MVPs, I guess Bob and Doug.
Yes, or maybe Max von Sydow.
There are, here's the thing about a movie like this. Mm-hmm. Like Pam, Rosie, Claude,
everyone
Smith
is a character. They're
the lawyer.
Yeah, they're not...
Even the inspector has his moments, and Hosehead. Like,
Hosehead's genius. Like,
even his mom and dad, who turn out to be them.
Yes.
Because there's one moment when they come back to feed Hosehead, and they walk into their mom and dad's room because they're getting randy because they drink all the beer. Mm-hmm. And it's literally just Bob, it's Rick Moranis in a wig.
Yeah.
And Dave Thomas in a wig.
As the father, but it's still Mel Blanc doing the voices.
Even the female voice?
That might have actually been Bob.
Right. So...
Yeah.
Everyone in this movie's great.
Yeah, and they're a character. Like, it's not like... These people can't exist. They're fucking way too weird.
This movie, I